ask you to flip it sometimes. I mean, just because we're women, you got to think about it like this. How about if you're the breadwinner in your family right now, okay? Say you guys get divorced. How comfortable are you with paying alimony to your husband until he decides to marry somebody else? And then he says, fuck it, I'm not going to marry anybody else because I want Shelly Reed to pay my bills and me just chill. No, you got to think about it like that, too. We want equal rights.
Every situation's different. For her, he made her quit her job and made her stay home and take care of these kids, so she didn't really have a choice in it, as in she wants to obey her husband. For me, I'm like, no, go get a job and go do this. But if he's not going to do that while we're married and that's why we're getting divorced, I'm not paying him alimony. Why would I do that?
But I'm just saying there are cases where men will try to sue them for alimony.
Each case is different.
So I don't know about, like, maybe it's a time limit, but, like, forever that person has to maintain the same standard of living that they had when they were with you. I don't know about that.
I think a time limit is a good thing.
I think things are different when you have kids. I think things it's a totally different thing when you have kids. I think, maybe that's null and void, but you can marry somebody and not have any children and then maintain that lifestyle for the rest of your life, or for 10 years or whatever it is.
For 10 years.
Because you I don't know. How do you feel about that when no kids are involved?
I think it might be I'm kind of with you on the time thing. Like, if it's a short time period.
Because you can purposely not give with someone else because you want to keep that check.
Of course.
Right.
Well, a lot of people do.
And there are people like food stamps and all that. You stay on it.
I think, there are people that abuse that situation. And I definitely don't think they should.
That's the same thing with child support.
Right.
People get more child support for themselves, not for their kids.
All right, we have a call on the line. We have a Big Body from Georgia. Welcome to the show.
Big Body.
What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Big Body.
Hey, I just want to weigh in on the situation a little bit. I look at things from both sides. I stand for what's right, not for what's right in a man or a woman. I look at the Paul McCartney situation. I mean, that lady married him. They were together 4 years and ain't got no kids. And he had to give her $100 and something million like she the one was in the Beatles. I don't remember seeing her on the
Right.
But that's what a prenup's for.
Yeah.
Right, and I remember somebody saying they begged him to get a prenup and he wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So,
I ain't gonna lie, he got what he deserved. He got
exactly.
But from a marriage standpoint, I say it like this: if the biological clock, if you hear it ticking, hit the snooze button. I mean, seriously, don't let pressure force you into doing anything.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I'm 32 years old. I have no kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I just know, to me, I'm honest with myself. I'm selfish.
But you also don't have eggs that are going away.
That are going bad either.
Yeah, we're getting a little off topic, and that was my fault because we started talking about the support issue. But, the topic is panicking when you get to a certain age. And, at what age should we start worrying about it? Like, you can kind of live carefree and have fun and go to clubs and think, I'm 25, I don't have to worry about it. I'm 30, I don't have to worry about it. I'm 35, I don't have to worry about it. When do we start worrying about it?
I think you worry about it when you lose hope and when you think that there's nobody else out there.
So basically, that would have happened this week.
Yes.
Lose hope on anything.
When there is hope lost, that's when it's kind of like, okay, that's when it's getting to you and when it's affecting you. Because I don't think there's a certain age. My mom was 35 when she had me, and my mom is pretty fly now. She's living a great life, so it wasn't too old for her.
That's cute, too.
But at the same time, I think if somebody's losing hope and feeling that there is no guy out there for them to marry, then that's when it's kind of like it's a dire need of
starting to kind of not care anymore.
Jesus is your boyfriend.
I think that's a good thing that you don't care. I feel like once you kind of let it go, it's gonna happen.
I stopped caring.
It's gonna be organic and just happen.
I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 years, I was obsessed with it. I would wake up and think about it, and go to sleep and think about it. But then also, people would sweat me about it. I go out, my family, paparazzi would ask me because I'm such a big celebrity. They would ask me, well, how come we don't see a guy around? No, but people start to really ask me, like, oh, Claudia, you're so beautiful. How come you don't have a man? I'm like, that has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
Okay, we have Travis from Texas. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Travis.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm a 32-year-old male, never been married, no kids, and I really don't see a panic. It's just, for one, I'm very cautious. I really don't put myself in situations where, that can even come up. I'm basically just patiently trying to wait on that right woman,
Right.
Okay, Travis, I have a question. What if you met like a 38, 39-year-old woman that had never been married, didn't have any kids? Like, would you instantly have any type of judgment on her?
No, not at all. Because for me, I'm attracted to older women, and that may be the thing that that's hindering me right now. But I don't see a problem with that. If
So
with it, I'm cool.
Well, if you married the older woman, I'm sorry to cut you off. If you married an older woman, if she already had, let's say, 2 kids under the age of 10, would that be enough for you to where you wouldn't want to have children of your own, or would you just love her children as if they were yours?
Well, the thing is with that, I have dated, women that have had kids, but, and I love them just the same, but in the same token, I want my own as well,
Right. Because when you date an older woman, of course, she already has children, and she may not want to have a few more. So always, just keep that in the back of your mind.
And
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for your call. Another thing with the younger man, older woman thing, a lot of times, like, I get pursued by a lot of younger men.
Right.
Because you're a cougar.
Well, and because I don't look my age.
Puma.
And so that it becomes a problem because I attract these younger guys, but then they're still not ready to have a baby.
Right.
And then they want to trip later on, like, well, whoa, you're probably ready before I am. And I'm like, well, you knew I told you how old. I tell dudes right away.
Right, of
I was
course.
out last night, some like little young guy, he played ball overseas, whatever, which is a no-no. And, no deal. Doesn't begin with an N, then no. No. And
Foreign NBA,
I said,
no.
dude, you're 25. You need to go live life. And you're not ready for the things I'm going to be ready for, like, pretty immediately. Pretty soon.
Right.
Tina Davina, do you have a poem for us?
I do.
All right.
If 30 is the new 20, then I have plenty of time, aging like wine, feeling just fine until they ask why. And I start to question, second-guessing my role and my position, feeling my clock's ticking and the pressure starts building as I'm resisting, insisting I just haven't found Mr. Right, let alone Mr. Right now, wondering how I'm not wifed up by now. Is it them or is it me? Circumstance, camaraderie, is anyone truly compatible with me? Coincidentally, time waits for no man, and my biological clock's hands are on a speed shutter. Dare I utter as the noose tightens around my womb, fearing it will close up too soon, my fate doomed, gloomed by the lack of possibility, wondering if anyone is out there for me, feeling listless and indifferent despite my success. Even at my best, I'm still the one without the wedding dress.
Oh,
Okay.
that line got me the
Way to make it hurt.
Well,
noose around my womb.
speaking of wedding dresses, we were leaving the hotel, and Claudia Jordan blessed us with wonderful photos outside of a nice little wedding shop. You guys should have seen them. I mean, the dress was in the window.
Glistening.
And it was glistening, and there was like diamonds on it.
A unicorn wearing rubber.
And her head was just placed perfectly there, and she had a glimmer of hope in her eyes. And that is therefore what inspired this topic.
It was just acting. There is no hope.
There's no hope.
Be a bride's model.
Dog
tragic.
I've done that already. All right. Our topic tonight is your biological clock ticking. At what age should a woman panic if she hasn't gotten married or become a mom? Give us a call, 877-2-106-106. We'd like to hear from the ladies. And fellas, are you pressured from your family? Fellas get pressured too. Give us a call. We'll be back with more after the break.
No.
Hey, welcome back to the Claudia, Georgia, and the Pigeons. Who's in the house?
Tina Davina is here.
Who's in the house?
Flora's here.
Who's in the house?
Portia's in the house.
Who's in the house?
Shelly Rio.
And I'm Claudia Jordan. Please bear with me today. I've had a headache since all weekend, pretty much, just not going away. So if I stutter, stumble,
It's all good.
hey man, I'm just trying.
It was
to
a wild weekend, though, so.
It was wild.
That's all good.
Fun time. Went to Trump's brunch on Sunday. Great, beautiful golf course.
We went to.
Where was I? I was invited.
You weren't. And then I went to the roast of Joan Rivers. That was Sunday night.
Yes.
Did I invite you to that?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Didn't invite us to anything.
sounds like it was on purpose.
I didn't see that. I was reading your Twitters. I was like,
No, we always say you don't want to drive and stuff. Our topic tonight is your biological clock. I'll invite you to the more hood stuff.
wow.
Playing with you, girl. Come on now. We're going to go on some trips. Is your biological clock ticking? At what age should a woman panic if she hasn't gotten married or become a mom? Give us a call, 877-2-106-106. Hit us on Twitter, at The Claudia J Show, at Foxhole, at Claudia Jordan, at Shelly Rio, at Tina Davina, at Portia Coleman. Flora, she doesn't check her shit.
No, she don't.
No Twitter.
All right. Okay, we have another caller. We have Mike from Memphis. Welcome to the show. Mike? No?
Going once.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, welcome. What are your thoughts on this topic?
Hey, yeah, I like to weigh in on the topic. You know, I'm a 24-year-old male, and I'm a sniper in the military. I feel pressured by my family to go ahead and have a child with my wife because, you know, my parents are not in the best of health, and my job is pretty dangerous. And, you know, I kind of feel I'm pressuring myself as well because I'm not guaranteed to come back after every tour I go on.
So I feel pressure from my wife and my family and myself to, you know, go ahead and have a kid, and I'm just 24. Yeah,
now,
so,
because you may not be around, like, so you can leave your seed. That's what the pressure's about.
Well, yeah. See, on my last tour, I got shot and I almost died.
Oh my God!
Wow.
And you know, it has a lot to do with myself. You know, I would like a son, somebody to carry on my legacy when I die, and everything like that. And my parents are in the best of health, so you know, I just feel pressure that way. You know, it's not always the females putting pressure on the males and everything like that. You know, sometimes it comes from your family and even yourself.
Yeah, but are you ready? Outside of your family and everybody, are you ready?
Yeah, actually I am.
Okay.
I'm financially
So
stable, and you know, I'm a grown man, and I'm ready to take on that responsibility.
Are you all actively trying?
Okay.
No, I'm not actually. I'm
Practice makes perfect.